Well, I suck. Thank you, Bunny. There was no sound. Welcome back, guys. I suck and was on mute the entire time. Okay, well, so people have just been watching me with my lips moving, and I'm talking about the Cringe. I am talking about the Bitcoin Treasury company Cringe, and of course, we all expect marketing, right? Everybody's right. Whoever's selling products or services, obviously, you're going to market those products and services in the best light possible. You can lip read good stuff, Bunny. Sorry about that, guys. But look, the reality is that I feel as though this Cringe has it's mutated, right? Like there's this certain type of cringe that we expect, and then there's the cringe that you only get from YouTube. And of course, I'm on YouTube, right? So this is the cringe that you only get from YouTube, and I think that the Bitcoin Treasury company marketers have decided to take a page out of this book. And the reason why I say this is because Predator put out a post showing a bunch of guys touting the Nakamoto shares, and it felt eerily similar to something that I had seen before. So, anyways, let's go through it and see if you guys get the same feeling as me. All right, yeah. So, who is Bunny? Okay, Bitcoin Core Dev. I'm assuming this is Randy. So. Yeah, Randy, I'm one of those OCD people or mild autistic people that talks to the people in the chat while I do the show. I can't help it. I'm sure at some point I'll get better at this, but for now, I am not. Anyways, yeah, so let's dive into it here. So here we go. First little video, okay? See if you guys notice the weird pattern.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
Hi, Lopez.
Drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. In fact, I'm a lot more proud of these 7 new bookshelves that I had to get installed to hold 2,000 new books that I bought.
Never going to read them. So this is for the people who don't know who Ty Lopez is. Yeah, he's a lifestyle grifter. That's what I call these people. They're just social media grifters. They essentially what they do is they try to prove to you that they are extremely wealthy, exceedingly wealthy from their incredible habits. And if you just do what they do, then you can also live this life. But obviously there's different types of grifters. And I'm going to show you another example of a different type of grifter. It's mostly, I think, Gen Zs or millennials who know who this guy is.
But otherwise, you're going to have bad luck. So make sure you guys do that.
Hello. This is just hilarious. Look at this fucking crowd of people. Yo. Just going to end bad, right? Once the Island Boys pull up in like 2-3 hours, everything's going to go terrible. But hey.
Okay, so obviously, right, for the people who don't know who Jack Doherty is, it's the typical lifestyle grifter, right? They show you that they have all these cars, they show you that they have all this money, they don't explain how much this all costs every single day of their lives, and the point is to make you want it, right? Like the point is you watch this and you're like, what do I have to do as a peon to get to this point? So when I saw this video, I knew that we were there.
Nation, let's go. Nakamoto, knock us the ticker.
I think I'm gonna buy another share tonight.
Are you buying a share? Are you buying a share?
Shares. We got Gary to buy 100 shares.
I'm
I already have a couple. I got
Gary, check it out, dude. I'm 4 shares in, bro. I'm gonna go. I'm going crazy. I'm gonna match. I'm gonna buy another 4 shares tonight. I'm buying another 4 shares tonight. Okay.
I'll buy 4.
Oh, you're matching?
Yeah, I'm matching.
Oh, us is matching.
Cordone shows up, Nakamoto goes up.
Oh, damn. You heard it here.
Let's go buy our shares.
Naka Nation's looking strong.
This is not financial advice.
Not financial advice. Definitely not
Just want to
financial.
do the waiver, okay?
Yeah, not financial advice.
Okay, not financial advice, but just take a look at the, obviously the hotel room, that they're in and stuff like that. And and obviously if you're, if you're naive, you're going to sit there, you're going to look at this and you're going to be like, well, look, these guys are doing it. They made it. Oh, look at that hotel room, all this crap. It is just absolute, complete freaking nonsense. And I just, I had no choice, right? Like I obviously had absolutely no choice. And if you think this isn't marketing, right? Take a look. So Joe Burnett, right, puts out this post over here. The Bitcoin treasury companies are using intelligent leverage to suck the monetary premium out of traditional asset classes. Joe, let me tell you, there's definitely some sucking going on, but it is not the intelligent leverage that you think it is, okay? These terms, like intelligent leverage, this is nonsense, right? This is bullshit to make you think that you are smarter than you really are so that you buy into this crap, okay? And I've said this before. I don't believe that every single Bitcoin treasury company is absolute garbage. I do believe that there are going to be companies that provide products and services which people find of value that they will end up using. And those companies will flourish and those companies will buy Bitcoin. I also believe that we're going to have, right, companies like the bigger, more mainstream companies like the Microsofts, the Adobes, right? The IBMs, the dinosaurs, right? The ones that have a whole bunch of cash, they've got nothing to do with it. They can afford to hold Bitcoin till the end of time. Okay. Like these, you don't want these companies that are doing these fly by night random things that are essentially just, just showing you a bunch of, it's just a light show, right? Like they're just showing you everything that glitters so that you're going to get enamored by all of this. Yeah, there was something else though on that particular post. Unfortunately, I gotta go back and dig this one up. It's the Predator post, and I'm very confused by this. So I am gonna show this to you guys. And here we go. Oh, whoops, wrong screen. There we go. Let's move it here. Okay. Now I can see again. Okay, so this was a response on the thread, okay? So that was the thread with the video. Right. And of course, I respond back, and what the fuck is this? And all right, Mr. Hoddle. So he said, hey, this guy ran a node for a very long time, and he circles this guy over here. And who did I mute? All right, Bad Dog. Unmute Bad Dog. All right, let's see. I don't see any people, only grifters. We deserve a bear market. Okay. Where is it? Okay. So here we go. So this guy responds back and goes, I actually know him very well. He's talking about the guy that's circled over here, who I don't know who that is. Doesn't matter. That's my boy. Got my, I don't know what that is, shares from him, as a matter of fact. And yeah, he's a real one, runs a node, not a shitcoiner. So the reason why I'm bringing this up, right? The reason why I'm bringing this up is, so is this person saying that they were given shares by one of those people in the video? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by this in any way at all. Okay. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, because when businesses start to go public, right, they do, they raise capital, right? There's a Series A, a Series B, a Series C, and they just keep raising capital. So the question is, right, like, did these guys just give a bunch of shares to their buddies to dump on the market in exchange for some OTC Bitcoin? Kind of that whole story, right, where a small group of people decide they've waited long enough for the Bitcoin price, right? For the Bitcoin fiat exchange. They've waited long enough. They want their $500,000 and their $1 million Bitcoin today. How do they get that $1 million Bitcoin today? Well, you get a bunch of social media guys with big accounts, and you get them to pump your bags so that you can dump your shares. And I think we're getting more and more evidence of that, and it's just really sad. So guys, look, the noise is turning up. It's no surprise. Just don't get caught up in all of this. The FOMO is real. If you think for a second that like you're too smart to get caught up in the FOMO or in this and that, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the mental gymnastics that an individual will do to validate their FOMO position and be like, you know what? I just need to do this thing. Ah, thanks, Randy. I actually screwed up my other frames. Believe it or not, I melted the lens. I'm not even going to talk about that. Anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Yeah, that video is just absolutely cringe. I get it, right? They're excited. These guys are monetizing their products that don't actually have any revenue. And I totally get it, right? I mean, if I was monetizing something, I'd also be excited, right? And I'd also do the mental gymnastics to essentially prove to myself that I am not a grifter. I am not a scammer. Like, I get that, right? So can't expect anything different from these people. But just be careful, guys, okay? If you really want to have the qualities of Bitcoin, just buy freaking Bitcoin, okay? These companies, they may seem to outperform Bitcoin for a short time, but they do not have the qualities of Bitcoin. And when you sell your shares, you don't redeem any Bitcoin, right? This is just like having a custodian, except slightly even worse, okay? So just, yeah, anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today, guys. Take it easy. Peace.